Hello everybody, my name is Patrick, and today I'm going to tell you why MMA sucks, according to traditional martial artists. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because, in YouTube, people, there's tons of fucking martial arts videos on the internet. And most of them, you'll notice, in the comment section, is traditional versus MMA, or even just modern day or sports martial arts, which are better. And I sort of noticed a trend among the traditional martial artists in that they hit the same points over and over and over and over again. And so what I did was I looked through a bunch of videos and comments, and I gathered the top 10 reasons why MMA sucks according to traditional martial artists. And I'm going to go through them today and tell you exactly why they're full of shit. Okay, reason number 1, why MMA, grappling, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, judo, whatever, any style that has any grappling whatsoever will not work in a street fight is because there are no mats on the street. Therefore, you won't be able to roll around and do all this submission bullshit on the fucking street. I even love this scenario where a lot of people say, what if there's broken glass on the ground? Where the fuck are you where the floor is just covered in broken glass? But whatever. Let's assume the worst. Let's say that the floor is covered in broken glass and some knives and other sharp objects as well. Why the fuck not? So if a judo guy or an MMA guy or a wrestler, Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighter gets his fucking hands on you, okay, I agree. It will be totally different from if there were mats there, because the fight would pretty much be over the second he takes you to the ground. Because this time when he double legs you, rather than landing on a knife-safe mat, you'll land squarely on concrete. And I know that's what's going to happen because traditional martial arts guys don't train takedown defense. I've never seen. Why the fuck do you think it's so easy to take those guys down? Because they don't fucking train it. Because they think all grappling is bullshit. Oh, well, guess what? It's not. And if you go up against a wrestler and you have no grappling experience, you're going to get fucked. Especially if there's concrete underneath you. Because as soon as he double legs you, he's going to smash your spine into the pavement. And the fight's just going to be over. So that's why that's bullshit. On to the next one. Reason number 2. The boxing block sucks. You see this one on a lot of Wing Chun ones, especially because they like the Pak Sao and the Fuk Sao and the other shit. Here's the thing. I'm willing, okay, to say that the boxer block is far from ideal. But that's almost no one's first choice for self-defense. The reason a lot of people give why it won't work is because you're not wearing big gloves. Well, guess what? Because you're not supposed to block with your gloves. You're not doing this. You're doing this. This is what you block with. You block with your forearms. It's this and this. It's not this and this. It is like, it can be this if you're wearing gloves, yes, but it's not traditionally this. In MMA, people don't do this. They do this if you pay attention. But naturally, these guys don't actually watch MMA, so they wouldn't notice that. And again, the boxer block isn't even like their go-to defense. They like other styles have parries as well, such as boxing and MMA. And guess what? A lot of them even have slipping, like head movement. Guess what doesn't have that? Most traditional martial arts. Reason number 3 why MMA doesn't work in a street fight is because it has no defense against sucker punches. Why does your traditional art have defense against sucker punches? The definition of a sucker punch is a punch you didn't see coming. So even if it's something you didn't expect, but you still managed to block it, technically that's not a sucker punch because you managed to deflect it. You saw it and you deflected it. Whether it was like this or like this, okay? Either way, you fucking deflected it, so it wasn't a sucker punch. I don't know why all these traditional dudes think that they are immune to being sucker punched. Like, I don't care what defense system you train. The only way to never get sucker punched is to always pay attention. And yes, you could argue that traditional martial arts may train in more like street defense stuff, like always paying attention and looking around and training your awareness levels. That's somewhat of a valid claim, but to say that you are totally immune to sucker punches is just retarded. Reason number 4 why MMA sucks, according to traditional martial artists, is that MMA, or, other sport ones these days, do not work in crowds, specifically clubs, I've noticed. And this one is just bullshit for so many fucking reasons. Because, most fights that take place at clubs, I'm talking about clubs specifically now, I'll get to the just in a crowd in a second here, but most fights that take place in clubs don't take place inside the actual fucking club itself. They take place in the parking lot of the club. And even if, like, the fight starts in the club, they move outside. I don't know if you've ever fucking seen those videos in your life before, but they take it outside or it starts outside. They don't fight in the fucking club. That's retarded. No one does that. And if they do, they're the fucking minority. But even still, if that's what's happening, like if there's videos out there of fights taking place in clubs that I just haven't seen yet, okay, then answer me this. How does the fight start? If there's no room for anyone to fight, how do they fight? You get me? Secondly, if you've paid attention to any street fighting video or even been in a street fight with a crowd, you'd know that people don't, unless people are trying to stop the fight, like get in and break it up, people form a circle around you. They all back up because they want to watch. They don't just stand there, like, watching, like, this close away from you and be like, I wonder what's going on over here. Like, they either all back up or they get in and then try to stop you. They don't just stand stock still where they are like fucking NPC characters. Reason number 5 why MMA doesn't work is because it does not work against multiple attackers. There are literally multiple videos of the internet disproving this point. I don't know why people keep bringing this up. I've seen MMA fighters defeat multiple opponents. I've seen boxers defeat multiple opponents. I've seen Muay Thai fighters defeat multiple opponents. You know what I haven't seen? Are traditional martial artists defeating multiple opponents in a real street fight. I'm not talking about those bullshit choreography things where a million dudes run at you and then you fucking kill them in one hit and then they fall over dead and you're like, haha, see, this proves that my style works against multiple attackers. I've never fucking seen a traditional martial artist in a real street fight defeat multiple opponents. I have, however, seen MMA fighters, boxers, sport fighters in street fights where they do defeat multiple opponents. So if anything, you shouldn't bring up that argument because it's already been disproven because the footage is already out there. Reason number 6 why MMA sucks, or just sport fighting styles suck in this case, is that grappling, this one is mainly targeted at wrestling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, does not work against multiple attackers. They never said that. I don't know why people like feel the need to bring that up. Yeah, that's right. It won't. Is that what you wanted to hear? We're on to number 7. MMA does not train weapons defense. Okay, I'm gonna cue you guys in on a little secret here. You ready? Are you ready? 95% of all weapons training is bullshit. There, I said it. It's fucking true. What do you want from me? Like, have you ever seen the fucking knife and gun demonstrations done in traditional martial arts, or even some street, by some of the street dudes, like fucking Krav Maga and shit? It's fucking bullshit. The shit that would never fucking work. Are you kidding me? Like, knives and guns are such dangerous fucking weapons, you better hope that you don't go up against somebody who has one, even if they don't know how to use it. Okay? But you're gonna stand there and tell me that if you're in a street situation and a guy pulls a knife on you, he's not going to attack how 90% of people would attack you with a knife, which is that how most people attack with knives, okay? Even untrained ones. Fucking, they stand with a knife in their backhand, and then what they try to do is they essentially try to bully you with their front so that, and like block you with this hand so that they can't get your fucking knife. But so what they can do is they can essentially just push into you and stab you like that repeatedly. A knife goes into your skin no matter what. So a couple slices, a couple stabs, you're fucked. And it's a similar thing with fucking guns, okay? Like, you see those stupid gun defenses where, like, a guy is holding a gun like this. Never mind the fact that most people... Never mind the fact that a gun is a ranged weapon, and so 90% of the time he's going to be out of reach, okay? All that bullshit. Whatever. Okay, let's say he's the dumbest motherfucker alive, and he has a ranged weapon in his hand. And he stands right in front of you, and he's like, I'm going to fucking shoot you, but keep the gun right within your reach. There you go. Take it from my hand. Okay, so... how 95% of fucking gun defenses go is they're like, clap, boom, slap, pop, pop, bam, I have the gun now. Are you fucking kidding me? You think you think from this move, or like no matter what move you do, you think from move 1, he's going to it's like a 14-step process with half of these gun defenses, and you think from step 1 to step 14 where he just fucking, wah, I have the gun now. You think that he's literally just going to stand there and be like this? And then until you have the gun, and then he's gonna be like, oh shit, what happened? Like, it's so ridiculous, dude. They train for such unrealistic scenarios, but then they go, oh, but you don't train weapon defenses, so therefore your style of fighting is invalid. Which is a bigger waste of time, not training weapons defenses at all, or training retard weapon defense. If anything, that shit's bad for you, because now you think, oh, I can disarm a gun now, I can disarm a knife now, I can do this shit. I don't gotta worry if someone pulls a weapon on me, because I'll fucking go all Jackie Chan on their ass, and I'll have the weapon now. Ha ha! And then when you actually try that stuff, you'll get shot or stabbed to death. Reason number 8 why MMA sucks is it because it totally lacks the spiritual essence of martial arts. I don't know where the fuck you're getting this one from, because not even all traditional martial arts train the spiritual aspect of martial arts, okay? Like, granted, a lot of them do, but not all of them. Secondly, do you not know what martial arts translates to? It translates to war arts or fighting arts, okay? The spiritual aspect of martial arts is 100% optional. Martial arts is all about fighting, first and foremost, okay? So if you train a bullshit style, and let's say you get the shit beat out of you by every MMA fighter you challenge at an MMA gym, okay? But you go, but I still train the spiritual. I still train the spiritual arts of martial arts, okay? So that makes me a better martial artist than you. If you train in a fighting style that is no good at fighting, then why not just drop the fucking I'm a martial artist bit altogether and just train meditation and meditation only? If that's what you're gonna go to and say, well, I can't win a fight, but my style isn't about fighting. You train in a martial art that isn't about fighting. That's just, whoa. Reason number 9 why MMA sucks is because it is a sport, and therefore it is not a real martial art. That's a bit weird, considering that every single martial art on the planet has a competition side. I'm not even joking. Every martial art does these days. You have Aikido competitions. You have Wing Chun competitions. You have karate competitions. See my point? Like, and you may see, I've even seen people go a step further and say, well, that's not a real branch of my style then. There's just no winning with people. Oh, MMA's not a real martial art because it's a sport. Oh, well, what about, Wing Chun or Aikido? They have sports sides to them. Well, then those aren't the real versions of that martial art. Again, you just can't win with these people. They're delusional. And reason number 10 why MMA is not a real martial art is because martial arts should only be used for self-defense. No. Again, martial arts, what it boils down to is fighting. As long as you train to fight, you are a martial artist. If you're training to fight and fighting is your primary goal, whether it is for self-defense, whether it is for competitions, you are a martial artist, okay? Like, who are you to dictate what someone should use their arts for? My point is, nobody can tell you what you can or can use your gifts for. If you want to go out there and pick fights like a dickhead, I'm not condoning it, but you could do that, and it's still technically martial arts. Just because you don't use martial arts for specific self-defense situations doesn't mean it's not real martial arts. Well, there you go, guys. That has been my video on why MMA doesn't suck. Please leave your thoughts down in the comments, and if you are a traditional martial artist who does actually enjoy MMA and doesn't disparage MMA fighters from doing it, keep in mind, this isn't targeted at you. I'm only talking about MMA haters. And if there are any MMA haters in this video, then prove me wrong. Go to your nearest MMA gym, challenge anyone you like, close to your size, the head of the school, whatever. Go ahead, challenge them to a fight, and send me a link to how exactly the fight went in the comments down below. I look forward to seeing those results. I'm Patrick, and I'll see you next time. I may never be able to win a fight, but at least I train a real martial art.